Alright, everybody, welcome to another episode of Indie Inquiries, where we review and provide advice to developers on their Steam store pages. I'm, of course, Josh Bycer, and joining me from Nexus Games is Sharky.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sharky Shark.
Alright, for this week, we're mixing things up with just doing a little bit of a format change. We're going to go down to 2 games each week, and try and do this in about an hour. And let us know what you think in the comments below.
All right, shall we get into it?
Yep. And as always, if you are a developer working on your game and would like some advice, whether it is out or coming out, please get in touch with either one of us. You'll find contact links in the description down below. So
let's look at this thumbnail of SimPocalypse.
And this one was submitted by the developer, and I don't like the character. It looks like he's just kind of like photoshopped in.
Yeah, he's definitely photoshopped in. He does not fit the aesthetics of anything else here.
The images...
And I don't think the font does either. And why is Sim purposely trying to blend into the background of SimPocalypse?
Probably would have been better that was like a more polarized color, just so it stands out.
Yeah, or just, all white.
The thumbnail itself, like structure-wise, isn't bad. You have the character in the bottom left, you have the title in the top right, but there's a lot of negative space, I think, below it.
Well, the thing is if you look at it, the building, the car, and the character are drawing this like triangle here. But that triangle is not pointing towards or leading your eyes towards the name. And that's not good. That's not good design. You want the images to lead your eye to the name of the game.
Yeah.
And this is leading it away from it. Technically the building and so the first thing you notice is a character, and then the building, and then that leads your eyes to the abandoned car. So unless the abandoned car is the name of this game, then that's not good composure, I guess.
It almost seems like it would be better if those 3 elements were like reversed and keep the SimPocalypse in the upper right.
Well, if let me think here. So there's a line that leads your eyes from the building. You see how the building has an angle to it, and it kind of goes down to the car. So if in front of the car you have the name SimPocalypse there, and then you have the character someplace else that which as the character wouldn't make sense, but like if it was up in the air closer to where SimPocalypse is, then that could draw your eye down to the SimPocalypse kind of thing. But that wouldn't make sense for that character kind of thing. So like if you were to ditch the character and you were to have a smoking plane up there where SimPocalypse is, and then have SimPocalypse down in front of the broken the rotted down car, that would probably work.
I could also see working if they zoomed like really far in, so it's almost like street level, show like a destroyed building on the left, and then maybe have some kind of detail on the right and put SimPocalypse in the bottom right hand corner. So your eye gets drawn to the building, gets drawn to like a figure or something on the right, and then they see SimPocalypse right in the bottom right.
Maybe.
But
so what would you give this for a grade?
I mean, it's clear to see. Like, we've seen thumbnails that are like impossible to process what's going on.
Yeah, but it is hard to read that sim part of the SimPocalypse. And that character really clashes.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe
and
D plus,
no
C minus.
Lines.
What do you think?
I mean, like the background's solid on its own, so I would say C minus.
Mm-hmm.
but all the lines are messed up. The character doesn't feel out, feels out of place, and the sim part of SimPocalypse just does not was blends way too much.
Mm-hmm. So, you still giving a C minus? Or you going lower?
I'm going C minus.
Okay. Yeah, I think about that as well. I don't think it needs a lot to improve, but it still needs to be improved.
I don't think it needs a lot either, but the stuff it does need, I think, is going to require completely starting over on it
Mm-hmm.
because it would probably be easier to start over on it than edit this one to that amount.
Mm-hmm. All right. Are you ready for the trailer?
Yep.
All right. Let's see. Oh, this is the same thing from the game. All right, playing it.
That text feels really generic
Yeah.
on there.
And I do have some things to say after this trailer is done. No custom font, I think, really does hurt it.
Yeah.
It does show combat. Black screen. Wow, black screen there.
Yeah, a lot. And it's not necessarily a good call to action
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, so as I was saying, the problem, like from what we played of this game on stream, is that there's not really any meat to this gameplay. Like, there's not a lot that you can really show off that's going to be like, oh my god, it's amazing. So, which is why they filled the first part of this with their opening trailer.
Yeah. And you know they're using the thumbnail as part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But again, their thumbnail design isn't all that good. And they're also using probably a stock image of a nuclear explosion.
Mm-hmm. And at the base of the whole trailer ends at the 46 second mark, was it's all this black image over text, or text over black image.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's short, but it does feel like it's longer than it is, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
And like looking at the game art in the trailer and whatnot,
mm-hmm,
it looks like a whole bunch of assets that do not match.
mm-hmm,
And
and
the
just
UI seems very generic in a lot of ways because it seems mostly like just transparent black boxes.
mm-hmm, and just having very generic text or generic font, it just
On the trailer.
really, I think, brings the quality down.
Yeah. I think part of it's the game and part of it is the
The assets.
trailer editing.
Yeah. So,
And all the black screens that are really kind of basic kind of thing, and it just does not work. I don't think.
and I'm fairly sure that all these screenshots were in the trailer or really close to it.
No, you're moved on to screenshots already.
But
Let me look. Yeah, every one of those is in the trailer.
yeah. So you have a. So let's give the trailer a grade. Uh, I don't know.
Uh,
I think. I mean, it's.
Minus?
What was that?
D minus.
Yeah, I'm thinking in the D range, somewhere there. I don't think it's F quality because I've seen worse, but it's just not. It's just not doing anything. And again, you could literally cut about 15 seconds because that's what the trailer does.
Yeah. And then looking at the thumbnails, there are no screenshots. There are no screenshots because all of those are at the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
F
that's an
minus.
F. That's just
That's a F minus.
yeah. So,
That's a 0.
the
So
Thomas is,
moving on to the About This game page.
mm-hmm. And Thomas left a question there about the four horsemen of indie games. I thought platformers would be one of those at this point, or even roguelikes. I don't know.
Well,
I don't think consumer.
when
It's
it
really.
comes to early access games, there's only certain games that work for early access,
Mm-hmm. Not story-driven ones.
and not only ones with immense replayability,
Mm.
aka roguelikes, survival crafting games that have random generation and such in them, or procedural generation.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that's really good for it? Or is it just those two?
Mm. I know some people like RPGs, but I feel
No,
RPGs don't work. It's
no, they
still
don't.
too story-driven.
Yeah.
Yeah, like roguelikes, roguelites.
I mean, a Telltale game works for it because it's episodic, but,
Yeah, it's not really an early access though.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it is early access of sorts,
yeah,
It's limited access rather than early access.
yeah. And to Udo's point, yeah, the graphics feel very stock image, and
Pretty sure they are.
yeah. So let's get to the about this game page here, because something
I'm
tells.
seeing lots and lots of text.
Yeah, something tells you this is not going to get a high grade either.
No
So
blue text either.
yeah, you have the official Discord link at the top, but that banner is very small, very nondescript.
And also part of the everything, the thumbnail.
Mm-hmm. So right off the bat, the first big problem is there's no banner GIF or even just a banner image to show somebody what this game is.
There's one GIF, but that's it.
Yeah, but that's at the
And keep in
bottom.
mind that one GIF was in the trailer.
Yep.
So no GIFs.
Yep. Management of the resource, rebuild the pillars.
There's no blue fonts in here. Just see they did at least put the bolded white font in here.
Yeah. But definitely could use almost, what do you think, a GIF per section? Maybe a GIF every other section?
Yeah, probably a GIF per section, at least for a lot of them,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe not all of them.
I mean, the gameplay from what we played is kind of interesting, like for that kind of idle, but at the end of the day, it's still an idle game, and you need to do something to wow somebody. Because otherwise, again, it is just UI, or I'm sorry, it's spreadsheet the game.
Yeah, and I just don't think there's enough here.
Yep.
There's nowhere near enough here, rather.
And I do think, like, for this game to succeed, it's going to need an art pass. Like,
Yeah,
all across the board.
it's probably going to need more than that, but that at a minimum.
Yeah. So the about this game page, I think it's in the D range for me. What about you?
Yeah, I think I'd give it a D minus.
Yeah. Yeah, D
If,
minus D.
if this GIF was not in the trailer kind of thing, I would probably give it a D,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a D plus kind of thing. But since it's in there, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
No GIF.
Yeah. I mean, the structure is nice, or the structure is decent, but it needs more gifts to it. And at least they kind of went into detail. So I think I'll keep with D minus D for me.
Yeah.
All right, now we go back over here. Let's take a look at the info panel. Oh, they have a lot of genres. That's at least a good sign, or at least that's
Yeah,
a
they
push.
did well here.
Website, game trailer, studio. I
So
mean,
here's the question: does the website work?
let's see. Twitter works. YouTube.
There is an actual website.
Mm-hmm.
It links to their YouTube, and I think this is a pretty dang good title card.
Yeah. Really, I mean, the only genre I could think maybe they could include would be clicker or idle.
Yeah, well, they don't have idle.
Yeah.
They definitely need idle in here.
Yeah.
And clicker.
They have the information. They have multiple sites. They have their Discord. I think that's.
I think if this had idle and clicker in here, this would be an A+.
Yeah, I think I would give it an A or A minus for me.
Well, idle, and clicker are the most important ones. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say A minus or B+. Probably B+ because they're so important.
I think I'll sit with an A minus. The fact that they actually went more than like usually for a lot of these developers, they only stick with like 2 or 3. The fact that they actually went above and beyond here, I'll give them a slight nod for it. So A minus for me.
All right. So overall grade. Let's talk about this. I think besides their title card, I think their highest grade was a D.
I think D+. Did we give one a D plus?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. We had an F of no screenshots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the trailer was, I think, a D minus.
Yeah, and about this game page was what, a D? Mm-hmm. About this game page was their second strongest area.
Yeah. The only thing they did well on is the one thing nobody really cares about except for us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Steam cares about it because it uses it to search for games. But they left out the 2 most important search terms.
Mm-hmm. So I think overall,
I'm going to give it an F+.
I think I'll give it D minus. I think D minus D for me, because I've seen F. Like, there are a few games I would consider F like just a complete cluster of failure, and this game doesn't hit that mark, but it is nowhere near, I would say, something that would be marketing or a strong marketing for this game.
Oh, no. Definitely nothing strong marketing-wise here.
Mm-hmm.
Other than this title page.
Yeah. Which I guess Steam would like it.
Yeah. Steam likes it, we like it.
Well, I do like idle games, but that is a topic. We just did that whole cast with Tomo about it. And I think that's going up either this week or next week. It depends on how the schedule looks. So I do like the design of them, but you have to do a lot to wow people. Either you have to go aesthetics rich or gameplay depth rich. And the best ones would do both, but that is a very rare thing in this genre. And this game, I don't think, is doing either one of those.
Yeah.
It has 32 reviews, so, I mean, that's a little bit more than I expected, to be honest.
That's a lot more than I expected.
Now, there are negative ones. Clicker game. Yeah, someone says something is missing. Mm-hmm. It does make me wonder the price. Because we were talking about this on the stream last night. $10 for a clicker game. Yeah.
I mean, I think you can pull it off, but, this does not pull it off.
You need a lot. Like, if you're going to charge money for anything idle based, you have to go above and beyond in some aspect.
Yeah, I think you need to do like swag and sorcery. or
Yeah.
the game they copied.
You either need like the aesthetics at that level, or like that Evolve game that I got Shark hooked on. Like you need gameplay at that level.
I don't think that Evolve game could succeed though at
Yeah,
$10.
yeah. There's no aesthetic to it. That's the problem.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you still need the aesthetics.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're trying to market this to consumers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hardcore fans of IO games, we play with just numbers. I've certainly got hooked on several ones that are just literally reading text, but those were free.
Yeah. So move on to our next game.
Anything else you can think of on this one?
Nope.
Last update was in March. Oh god, it says that the nuclear update was their most and highest quality standard update. And that's
Red flag.
You want to hear a red flag? The second line of it says that we completely update the UI and graphics of the game.
Yeah.
So this is the improved version that we've been looking at.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes me very afraid to what the UI was before this.
Yeah. I would love to see a screenshot of what this looked like before.
Thanks,
So,
Silicon.
looks like a lot of white text. Yeah, it looks like it was like even more generic than it was before.
Oh God. So let's move on.
Yeah. Thank
So
you
here
guys
we
so
got
much.